Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Torment, Tides of Numenera. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today because we're going back to the Catena, which is a ship, an interdimensional ship. We're going to do something for this guy. We're also going to try to disable this guy over here and another construct that we found back in Little Neolith, or whatever, Neolith, I don't know what that is. But let's see what happens over here, because now my blood carries the weight of things. Oh, I can't do anything here. Okay, that's fine. Let's go back. We have places to be. Last episode, we dealt with the what's the cultists, I guess. Well, they kind of are not. They call themselves extremities. These guys over here. Yeah, they'll bloom cultists. Okay. Ooh, we can do things over here. Why didn't I do that before? The pool is filled with yellowish water. A wide area around the pool is wet, suggesting that people have been drinking the unpleasant fluid and possibly bathing in it too, making it only more unpleasant, I suppose. I'm gonna drink some of the fluid, and the reason why this is, by the way, this is bile and urine and all nastiness from the bloom. But the reason why I drink is because I can't die, and if I die, it's fine. It's okay. Let's look into the pool first. Beneath the surface of the pool is a large reservoir of fluid. You can't see anything of interest in the depths. Okay, let's keep looking. Nothing happens. Okay, so let's drink some of the fluid. Again, you raise the yellow fluid to your lips. It's clear that the effects of your last drink still haven't worn off, and imbibing more of the fluid is likely to make things even worse. Yeah, let's go for that. You take another long drink of the yellow water, as it were. The bloom's voices grow louder still, drowning out your thoughts, chittering madly in your ears. The world blurs. You stumble and collapse to the ground, and everything
can't die.
Goes dark. Good. See, I can't die. Oh, did I hear anything? Oh, by the way, this is the first time we're coming here without the specter. Right? There's Eridis and there's Inafir, and I got a lot of friends in here. Okay. All of these friends in my head. Isn't that totally happy and not sad at all? Let's get out of here. Resurrection! Yeah, I should have known. Actually, I was hoping for something else. But, yeah, sure. Now we're one with the bloom. Will be, anyway. What's going on, guys? Yeah, never mind me. Let's get out of here. Yeah, they don't care. They're used to it by now. Okay, so let's go this way. We can't really do anything. I suppose some of these places are gonna turn into maws eventually. That's an interesting crystal over there. Is that a crack in the universe, or is that a light floating up overhead, or what the hell was that? It had a thing. Okay, now we should be okay to deal with this guy. Waits for praise his name, of course. I wonder, though, what's gonna happen. I'm also gonna try and mess with that. I don't remember if I tried to before. After we drank the water. So yeah, I can deactivate the construct. I can ask about agains, and do you know where I can find any maws? I'm gonna ask. Not here. The construct head moves left and right, taking in the courtyard. Not in this particular cavern of flesh. If a maw was lurking nearby, I would have sensed its birth. I saw another construct that looks like you. It's in the house of Yogzu, not far from here. The last of my sibling comrades, yes. I am aware of its presence in the Tinkerer's house. Multicolored lights flash from the construct's head in quick and agitated succession. We came to this place together, two brothers in arms seeking respite from the unrelenting memories that tormented us both. But he chose a different path from mine. Really? A different path? The Tinkerer put his hands in my sibling's comrade's brain, pulled the memories out, and with them, the mind and the thoughts and the means to think. Now my brother in arms is a gutted shell, a scarecrow, standing in the Tinkerer's house to frighten off the Raven Men. Thus he found peace. Or thus has he found peace. The last word is barely a hiss, filled with contempt. Is that so different from what you seek? It is. The resonant voice is strong and certain. I seek to forget my past and start again. In that possibility, no matter how remote, there is hope. To leave behind this warrior's life that my makers chose for me. For my brother in arms, there is no hope at all. Yeah, it's just death, isn't it? It's just kind of death. Well, let's try and deactivate him. I think I'll be able to do it if I can. Oh, 0%. Nice. That's the first time I see that. Okay, that's 0% right there. Okay, everybody's really not good at this. I should be okay I mean, I got a lot of effort here, so I should be okay to get a good a good chance. She can't do anything because she doesn't have the pool. So over here, what do we have? Oh yeah, you don't have the pool either. So it's either Aritis with a 70% or me with a 70%. I succeeded! Okay, so I don't die, which wouldn't be a problem. You allow your eyes to rove across the construct's metal armor. On the right side of its chest, just as you'd expected, you spy the same opening that you discovered in its brain-dead counterpart. You force yourself to recall the strange, wet and throaty syllables that you heard when examining the other construct, playing them over and over again to be sure you've got them right. You edge a little closer to the construct, trying not to arouse its suspicion. I think this might be a line for a different set of events that happened. I didn't actually examine the other construct, I was told how to do this. Then, as quickly as you can, you lunge for the opening in the construct's armor, and slip your hand into the little access port, impaling it upon the sharp spine within, while frantically repeating the alien syllables in your mind. "How dare!" the droning voice exclaims, but it instantly cuts off. The blade arms fall limply to the construct's side. The humming and whirring sounds from inside its armor go silent. You hear a hissing sound and a snap, and the construct topples to the ground, its head disengaging from its body. You reach down and pick up the head. On close inspection, it appears to be made of metal and ivory, fused or grown together by some unknown means, yet it is surprisingly light. A few lights flicker from within, suggesting that the construct's consciousness is still alive inside. A few seconds after you remove the head, the body topples over, lifeless. Wait a minute, so I got the head that's still alive? Yeah, I did. This head... This head once belonged to the deadly combat construct called itself Waits for Prey, or was called that. Now it's yours. That is, it belongs to you, but it's not actually part of your body. No, it isn't. It's not my head. Okay. So that's an Anine over there. I'm gonna try and mess with this thing again because now I'm one with the bloom. See if anything different appears. Let's reach into the sulcus again, and there's nothing. Okay, so yeah, we mess with that. Now, how do I get in here? Oh. I think I might have just found how I got in there. Or I get in there, I should say. Okay, so everybody around here is totally fine, and, No, that's a different thing. I did this before. Yeah. Come on. How do I get in there? How do I get into the Catena? Do I need to talk to whoever lived here? Kian? Yeah, I'm gonna need to ask Kian how to get in there. That makes sense, right? I hope the game... I hope that's what the game wants me to do. Kian raises her head in a businesslike manner, bellied only by her surroundings. You've returned. I don't suppose you've learned anything about Delny and Vrung? No, I didn't actually. Do you know where I can find a maw? Not here, she says quickly. They don't usually manifest so close to the edges of the bloom. You'd have to go deeper inside, beyond this courtyard, and she gestures towards the far end of the chamber. I've heard there was a maw in Little Niliash. Oh, I thought this was Little Niliash. Though I've never been there. Okay, so maybe I need to get into the Catena from there? Yeah. That would make some sense. Because that's where we heard it. Or that's where we should... I think, yeah, that's where we heard the Catena was, which is weird because I didn't think this was little Niliash because you know that's not how we got described of things and all that. But it doesn't mean that it's not. The thing is, I don't really know where that goes to. Oh, that's over there. But wait a minute, isn't the maw? So this was the. Can I go down there? I can. Okay, so let's go in here first. Just go in there because I want to show the guy a head. And oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can put the head in that guy. I wonder. Hey, I got something for you. A very grisly thing, or grim thing, but yeah. So the Varilan's manner is noticeably deferential. You return, it says. What is your pleasure? It's not the first time we hear that line or read that line. That's an interesting way of phrasing it. I have other questions. I think the thing is, this is gonna. I don't want to tell him that. I want to ask him. I want to tell him that this is gonna break down, and I'm gonna do that. The devices you use to measure the bloom, shut them down now. He bobs his head, his deflating chest fluttering slightly as he does. He crosses to his bank of machines and begins powering them down one by one. How do you turn off the field generator in the center of the room? The underside, close to me, he says, a switch covered in supple material. Excuse me. When thrown, deactivates the device. But I beg, do not do this. Its strength is what keeps the bloom from devouring me. All that I have accomplished in life will be for naught. My work unfinished. All this knowledge lost. Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna reload there. I'm not gonna ask him to disable the devices. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be devoured anyway. So he's just gonna need to look for whatever he's doing. Let's see if I can do anything with a head over here. So I can ask again. No, it's nothing. Seriously? Oh, come on. What's this head for? What kind of okay, well, it's that. We can do anything with a head. Not a problem. Not a problem. Let's just go to Little Niliash. Actually, I wanted to go to another place. What was it? So there was Ascension? Let me look at the map. So we got the Old Slave Block. We got the Surgeon Slump. Shrine of Chilla. That's the one I wanted to go to. Although the Surgeon Slump... I wonder if there's a doctor in there that can fix Eritis. Yeah, let's go there. Let's go there. If there's gonna be a doctor in this godforsaken place, well, unless the bloom is actually a god, we need to go in there. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, this looks very doctory. I like it. Also very grim and weird. The walls of this dwelling are covered in papers with various threats and slur. Yeah, that's. Oh, that got stuck. You don't say it's unreachable. Let me reload there. Yeah, that got stuck from before. I don't know why it happened, but it did. Okay. What? Okay, I got an autosave from before that. What happened there? Maybe I need to restart the game. What? Well, I can load an even earlier save. Well, now I'm just exploring a bug right now, so that's also a thing. I probably need to restart the game, though. It's gonna still be there. Well, I actually... The thing about game engines... Yeah, it's over there. Okay, so the thing about game engines is that they load stuff, like, totally when you're in game. So when you're reloading a save, you're not actually reloading the game. You're just, you know, reverting to another state. So what I did just now might get rid of that. It does, see? Yeah, that's not the only game that works for. Sometimes you don't actually need to shut down the game and continue. You can do what I just did. Tip, and yeah, there's definitely doctors in here. Sheen, that's her, I think. Huh? Oh, so that's a maw. Okay. Is it? It is. I can talk to it. Got the moss knots or tongue slips? I'm holding... Okay. So, let's go left. Got a couple of mercenaries over here. Hope you're here for treatment. Our surgeons are running out of protection money. Sure. This is a simple military tent made to be raised and broken down quickly. Okay, and we got Ranard over there that we're gonna talk to. Unreachable. Wait a minute. Sir. Why are you... What exactly... How can I... This area is under protection of Artaligis irregulars. But why is that unreachable? It shouldn't be. It's right there. I think this guy's blocking the access. Oh, that's... Oh, come on. Okay, well, it's unreachable. That's what it is. Can't fix Eritis for right now. I have no idea what's going on with that. It's probably gonna unlock... There's the maw? Yeah, it's probably because of the maw or something. For all I know, I don't know. Let's go into the Temple of Chill over here. Nah, let's focus on this quest. Forget that. Let's go down here. Yeah, to Little Niliash and go to the Catena because I really want to go there as well. I want to see what that is all about. So yeah. Oh, we're going deeper down. It's a spider, or what looks like something. As you enter the slum, you nearly crash into a small confrontation. 5 mutants surround 3 guards dressed in the distinctive garb of the Memovito's enforcers. Before you hear them say a word, you already know the mood here is ugly, and it's likely to turn to violence soon. A mutant who looks like his face is full of spores or insect eggs leans toward a disgusted, terrified human and says, "You're leaving a trail of fear piss. Who'd pay you for protection?" "We're done with the Memovita. She's out," he thinks. The Memovita sergeant says, well, actually one of the other guards, less phased, pushes the mutant's back. "It ain't fear piss. It's the spit you're spraying when you talk." Huh, right. Yeah, you keep, yeah. Do that. Well, actually, this guy should be pretty powerful, so yeah. Why don't you go hatch your eggs by burying your face in a pillow? Real people are conducting business here. A second mutant, one who had been observing the fracas, noticeably bristles. Thorn is literally emerging from his arms, shoulders, and face, and he pushes forward. "Every damned one of you looks the same. 2 arms, 2 legs, no surprises. You want to collect our money? I'll make you eat it, and your friends can collect it from your rotting shit." The mutant punctuates each sentence with an increasingly vicious stab of his finger. You can feel a bloody tide rising, and if you wish to intervene, the clock is winding down. Okay, so we have a crisis right now, which is fantastic because I believe this crisis is actually going to be one where we can talk. So I actually want to help the mutants if I can. I don't seem to be... yeah, definitely want to help the mutants here, but if I could bring them all to a friendly thing, that's gonna be good. We got a spiny mutant over there and a Memovita sergeant. So let's go over here and talk to him immediately. Oh, wait a minute. That's not a good idea. To do that with him, I'm gonna send him in there, and let's just do that. Okay, so that's that. And then you wait. And then I can do what I am supposed to do, which is send you over there. And actually, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna talk to the Memovita sergeant first. So I need to right-click. How do I right-click? I think I can left-click.
Look out, villains! Trouble coming your way!
This burly man's face seems to have been partially melted in some unspeakable battle. Keeping his eyes on the mutants, he says, "Ask your questions, but you might want to do it quick. I don't think our hosts want to put off their fun for much longer." Okay, so I can suggest that the Memovita's enforcers will come to check out the patrol shortly. Ask them... okay, this is gonna consume the action. Let's ask what the Memovita does with the collections first. "She pays us mostly," he says, "and the mercenaries who come through the maws, and the bribes to the Sacred Cliffs officials, but she's been falling further and further behind on those payments." He swallows and looks at the mutants around him. "Like as not, she'll want vengeance if we fall. She needs this money, and she'll use her nastiest tricks to get it back." The mutant leader shifts his weight as the sergeant speaks, but he does not retreat. The thugs seem calm, for men whose lives are being threatened. They recognize the words, but they don't seem to believe they're in much danger. I don't think they are. I'm still gonna ask more things out of him.
Who's going to stop us now?
Let's ask how the situation started. He coughs a bit, a wet hack, and says, "We make this route every month. We're collectors. It's our job to bring in revenues for the Memovita from her loyal subjects." He pauses at the mutant, as the mutants break out Arakanus' derisive laughter, then continues. "But they laid in wait for us and got the jump on us as we walked into Little Niliash. The thugs are alert, but they're not frightened. They don't seem to believe that violence is imminent." I don't think that it is. Okay, let's get... I don't think the Memovita is gonna be here much longer. Let's get this guy out of here. I think I might be able to get a good check here. Let's suggest that the Memovita's enforcers will come to check on the patrol shortly. And I think... oh no, I'm gonna fail. I succeeded with a 45. Nice, nice. He opens his mouth to disagree and then realizes that what you're saying. "Ah, yeah, of course. The Memovita keeps a close eye on our patrols. This money is important to our operation, and she sends backup to make sure none of it goes missing. They're bloody-minded bastards, too." The mutants' muscles tense as they lean away. They exchange worried glances. The thugs are alert, but they're not frightened. They don't seem to believe that violence is imminent again. Okay, so it's weird. "The Memovita's goons aren't welcome here anymore," he says. "Back off, mutant. This doesn't end well for you," says the thug, basically. I'm gonna pass, and let's see what the spiny mutant has to say. Okay, so it looks like I really should go for urge them to, yeah, The spine-covered mutant's eyes remain focused on the memovidian forces, his mouth drawing thinner and thinner. Yeah, I'm gonna urge them to let them be alive right there. Because this is a powerful check, and if I can continue talking to them, that's good, but yeah. The mutant's leader looks at his fellows and back at you, and he makes some calculations. We understand you want to stay on the Memovida's good side, he replies, but this has to end. Unless you can think of another way, we've got to put them down before they steal the last shin in Little Niliash. The eyes of the mutants no longer glowered at you. Indeed, they almost seem intrigued. Okay. I can't consume the action over here anymore, because that's that, but I can still go... Yeah, I can still talk to the other things. I think that's gonna unlock another thing. Let's see. Let's go with the first one. I might offer to pay. Let's ask the mutant leader how the situation started. He snorts. They came to collect their protection money from the Memovida, or for the Memovida. But the Memovida can't enforce anything. She's weak. Everyone knows it. Look at these poor specimens. They can't even protect themselves. The mutants no longer look to their thorny leader. They're watching you. They want to avoid violence. Okay, good. This is good. We're making progress here. So she... yeah, let's try to persuade the mutants to let humans go. Okay, that's good. That's a 100% check right there. Good. They're on my side now. The mutant's leader, yeah, looks at his fellows and back at you, and he makes some calculations. As you say, he says, scowling at his companions, he says to them, "These are deaths we can save for another time, aye? No point in bloodshed with outsiders witnessing." And they look to you, or look at you, and some unspoken agreement fills their eyes. The human sergeant wastes no time. "My thanks," he says over his shoulder as he hustles his troops towards the exit. "We won't forget this." Okay, so we disabled the situation. Much obliged for your help. The Memovida will hear of this. Well, it's good, because I need their help as well. You know, that's our objective, is to find the last, or the first cast-off, and the last cast-off and the first cast-off will unite against the changing god or something like that. Looks very interesting, this thing. This ancient stone structure seems out of place in the bloom. Similar buildings are scattered around the chamber, as if an entire town was swallowed up by the bloom and deposited here in the distant past. I think that might have been the case, yeah. I mean, this is an actual place on Earth, so there might have been things under. You can see vague figures moving around inside the bubble-like house. It's not clear how they get in or out. Okay, we got a couple of mutants over there, a spiny mutant over here. Let's see if this guy's special. This is the guy that, yeah, they grew all those spikes. Those humans were lucky you were there to help. Next time you won't be, and they won't be either. They won't be lucky either, you ask? Yeah. And Tozon. Hello, sir. A stunning man in formidable garb greets you with arms wide open. His golden eyes stir strange, unbeaten feelings in you. Oh boy. What's that supposed to mean? "My friend," he says, spreading his arms. "Welcome. I am Aeon Tozon." The sound of his deep, rumbling voice makes you think of a waterfall at the rise of the morning sun. Beatific? Again, with these beatifi. Beautiful and profound. Actually, saint and clean and virginal. I think that might be a little bit more what that means over there. It makes you feel drunk. Then you see Rin taking a step back, putting you partially between her and the man. She cocks her head to the side, still wary, but curious. "Do you know this man, Rin?"
I know you're busy, but could we talk?
We can, in a little bit. "No," she says. She sounds certain, but her expression suggests she's still mulling it over. "Now, what can I do for you?" he says, with a puzzled glance at her. What a strange thing to do. Why is she hiding from me? Let's study the man. Let's be strange with her. You watch him quietly for a moment, and something odd happens. His gaze thickens, drifting away from you as though you have vanished, as though you are only visible to him when you are speaking, and yet you still feel that probing warmth within your mind, like fingers searching a dark place for treasure or food. That, again, this is very weird. "Are you trying to hypnotize me or something?" "No, not trying. Trying requires effort, and the effect is quite beyond my control," he says with a slight, genuine smile. "The effect is caused by my passion for studying the web of connections between people, even separated by words or..." And he pauses, his smile fading. "Death," Even in death, connections persist. I'm surprised he's still as coherent as he is, he thinks. Oh well, just a matter of time. I probably should get away from here. His humor continues fading. He seems thinner now, frailer, less human. Oh, wait a minute. What did we... My friend. Do you know this man? No. She doesn't, but she detected something in him. I should be getting away. He seems thinner now, frailer, less human. His voice is dry, papery, ancient thing. A dry, ancient thing. My studies took me all over this world and to lands beyond the stars before I finally came to the bloom. Here, my hunger took on a more literal meaning. With careful hands, he opens his clothing, exposing a maw. One of the bloom's sentient mouths. You sense otherness beyond it. That's a beautiful word. That's a beautiful word right there. A gateway to a place beyond this one. I told you that my studies changed when I came to the bloom, he says. One of the moss tentacles winds around his wrist. This is how. I don't know what to say about this guy. Anyway, I'm gonna mull over it myself in between episodes. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Torment, Tides of Numenera. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye. The tentacle.